And here we are. Let's go. Tell you what, it's the Groovy Tune Show.
It sure is the Groovy Tunes
The
Show.
show with tunes that are groovy.
Back with just a 1 week break. What? It's been over 2 weeks.
Who knew? We were
Who
on
knew?
a holiday.
We were on 4th of July holiday because it's the best holiday.
Yep. Actually, really, we were just working a lot because for some reason when it was holiday, we had to work more.
More work for the holidays because our work depends on how much other people buy.
Yep.
So I am Matt, and that is Caleb.
That's true.
We are the hosts for your show. My Instagram handle is @smoothsayer.
Mine is at Caleb_Lunning. That sounds accurate.
Yep, it sure is accurate and long.
It's not. That's my name's not that long, dude.
It's not that long, but underscores really? Come on, man.
Dude, someone else has it without the underscore. I'm pissed.
You should be pissed. That person stole your identity.
Yeah,
That's
fuck 'em.
against the law.
I got it on Twitter, but
Well, that person's not cool enough for Twitter.
yeah, apparently. So.
And
yeah.
if you're wondering who we are the two members of the world's greatest up-and-coming band,
Mm-hmm.
the Rad Red Mangoes.
Yep.
If you
Yep.
want to know what genre it is, too bad. We
Eat a
don't know
dick.
either.
We don't even know what's going on right now, but we're working on some songs. They're going to be put together in a form.
Possibly.
Yeah, and you'll be able to hear them with your ears.
Indeed. But for now, it's time for the segment that everyone loves, the coin toss.
Yeah.
Last
hell yeah.
week, the coin toss gave us 2 albums, as it will every week. If you want to know what the coin toss is, it's where at the end of every episode, we grab a coin from a bag, each of us flip it, check the date, and we both listen to an album we haven't heard of from that year.
Mm.
Last week, we pulled the albums Everything Everything. Nope, the album is called Get to Heaven. The band is called Everything Everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a...
It's like
just a...
so. Imagine every indie pop rock band ever, but then it was actually good.
Yeah, that's basically it. It's like a funky kind of pop album.
Yeah, I don't know. When it first started, it was like too pop, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna like about to tap out. But then they started getting to these like long, more abstract tracks. That's when it got good. Anyway.
It definitely did get better. Overall, really nothing crazy to say about this album, other than if you like kind of like a...
If you like
more...
Glass Animals, Arctic Monkeys, what the fuck? There's like one indie pop group that I'm missing that's like huge.
I don't know who you're talking about.
If you like the Black Keys, I think
yeah.
you'd like them as well.
Yeah, it is kind of just like in that area. Really,
Yeah.
It didn't super play to my stylings.
Yeah, it was a little too safe, but I enjoyed it still because it still
Yeah.
took some risks overall.
It's true. And you gotta give respect to that album cover. It's pretty rad.
Rad stuff. Very enjoyable.
Indeed.
I'd
And
recommend.
Yeah, I would recommend it too. And speaking of rad, the third Portishead album. Also,
I didn't like it that much.
no, you didn't like it? I didn't hate it.
It was
but
fine.
I've only ever listened to the first Portishead album. I haven't listened to the second one.
Yeah,
and I
same.
didn't think it was as good as the first one.
Well, sidebar, the album cover fucking sucks and I hate it.
It's pretty shitty.
Yeah,
It's
seriously,
pretty
it looks like
terrible.
a greatest hits album cover. I'm like, Jesus
It really,
Christ.
really does. I don't know. It's like a first-year design student made it.
Even then,
Especially after what, like 10 years since
yeah,
their
I'm like,
last
you
album.
give me this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
But
album was okay.
overall, yeah, it
Yeah.
was just nothing really stood out about it.
Yep.
You know, I did like the song "The Rip,"
Hmm.
which has like a weird kind of synthy outro. It sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
But
I-
other than that,
Yeah.
it wasn't bad though.
I wouldn't recommend.
I would recommend it
if
for
you're
people that
really-
are big fans of trip hop.
Yeah, if you're really into trip hop, then you'd probably find something in it that you'd like. But normal people, no. Especially if you're like, I want to listen to trip hop. I'm like, don't listen to this album. You will not like trip hop.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the starting album for trip hop.
No, that's obviously Mezzanine by Massive Attack.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe that's the problem. I feel like I just enjoy Massive Attack more than Portishead.
It's true. I'm like, maybe I'm not in trip hop. Maybe I just like Massive Attack.
That could be the case. Let's see. But now it's time to get into what we've both been listening to this week.
A lot.
Yeah, so we've got a list here. What do you think we've shared the most this week that we've both listened to a lot of?
The fucking Gizz, man.
Definitely the fucking Gizz. Australia's favorite psychedelic rock group.
Yeah, I would say so.
Like more rock than most psychedelic bands are rock.
Yeah,
you know?
well, they're like actually like acid rock, I would say.
Yeah, they're just always energetic, intense, fantastic,
amazing,
psychedelic rock band.
Prolific, cinematic,
fantastic name.
Really, the Gizz is like an experience. You watch the videos, you look at their album covers, you listen to the music, you look at their antics. Like, just it's a whole thing.
I was thinking the other day, and I wish I could remember what I was thinking, because it was a great point. But another band that I've been listening to, I was pretty high. But another band I was listening to a lot this week is Animal Collective. And how Animal Collective is kind of like the modern version of the Grateful Dead, in that they make like weird, long, experimental jam songs, and people love them, especially for like their live shows.
And doing drugs.
And doing drugs while listening to them. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard also reminded me of another band of the past, but I can't remember who it was now.
I don't know.
It's really upsetting me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not like sonically, but like in the kind of band that they are, that like develop this intense kind of mythology.
They kind of have they have a spirit of the Doors in just the way they play.
Yeah, I think that might have been what I was thinking of.
Not in subject matter. I mean, at least.
Well,
no, but because like Stu McKenzie and Jim Morrison, I could see parallels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they're both just prolific songwriters, and just completely like they really are the band to some extent.
Yeah, I know what you mean exactly. But what I've been listening to from them specifically is an album that a lot of people passed up, called Polygon Dwanaland.
God bless.
God bless. It feels like because this is the last of those 5 albums that they released.
Oh wait,
is it?
No, Gumboot Soup was. That was my
Gumboot
bad.
Soup?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's the one people listen to even less. But it was...
Yeah, but Gumboot Soup was like unique and like jazzy, so I think that's why people liked it. But like Polygon Dwanaland was kind of like just... I don't know, I feel like it was kind of... It sounded very Gizz to me, you know what I mean? They weren't trying to do anything, they just made a record, and I think that's why a lot of people passed up on it, you know?
I could see what you mean by that. There's like nothing crazy about it, nothing unique about it from
but
the
they
rest
just really
of
got in their own sound and made something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
I'll
why
I'll
I
let you
liked
go
it
on
so
about
much.
it.
Well, okay, so what I really like about this album is a lot of... Yeah, like everything that the Gizz does kind of does have this gimmick.
Yeah, they're trying to do a thing.
Yeah, and for this album, it was like world building through like lyrics and sound. So like obviously that's kind of like a really strong theme for them, but like the world building in this album is really, really intense. Like it almost feels like the story of this album almost feels to me like a Tolkien novel.
Yes.
You know? Like a Lord of the Rings style thing. Just in that there's this really intense like feeling of this background kind of mythology that you feel, even though you can't really dig too deep into it because God knows what the fuck's going on, really. People claim that like you can analyze the lyrics and you can really get deep into it, but really, fucking it's indie music, man. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on.
Yeah,
but it just creates a really interesting feeling while you're listening to it, and it helps that the first time I listened to it, I was tripping fucking sack on LSD. So that
Yeah.
I've developed a real tie to it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of funny because you're like, "Yo, man, I need something to listen to," and I was like, I felt like you weren't into the Gizz enough. You know what I mean?
I
was like,
definitely wasn't as into the Gizz.
yeah, and I was like, you need to get into it more. But I didn't want to give you, because the record that really got me into them, which I think is true for most people, is Not a God Infinity. I liked I'm in Your Mind Fuzz, but Not a God Infinity really got me going. So I was like, all right. I thought about sending you that, but I'm like, that might be a little too intense. You know, it's a lot. It's a heavy record. You know.
It's true, and the same for I'm in Your Mind Fuzz, which I
Yeah.
haven't listened to all the way through, but I have listened to some of it.
It's quite a bit, man.
Honestly, after the podcast, I might load up a fat bowl and just fucking
It's not a bad
jam
idea.
that shit.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, I need to listen to Flying Microtonal Banana too.
That's their best
fucking,
album.
fucking the end of the story is fucking anyone who hasn't heard the Gizz.
God damn it, get into the Gizz. When people used to do that a lot. They're like, the Gizz. I'm like, all right, people are getting way too on about this Gizz thing. But now,
It's
once
true.
you become a part of the Gizz, it all makes sense.
It's like a musical cult.
Yeah.
And another thing that I forgot to mention, there's 2 tracks specifically from the album that I want to talk about. Because the tracks that people actually like remember from the album, or the one track, is Crumbling Castle, which is this 10-minute like epic,
I mean,
powerful,
they remember
dark.
it for good reason.
It's true, it's a fantastic song, it's really good, and it does that thing that a lot of like 80s prog songs did,
Yeah.
where it ends and then it like starts again, and it's like, is this a new song? No, it's the same one. Boom.
Yeah.
The Gizz. But I don't want to talk about those 2 songs, or that song, because the other 2 songs that really struck me on this album are Loyalty and The Castle in the Air. Both 2 really short ones.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about them both for like the way that they do this crazy world building,
Please
because
do.
it almost feels like Crumbling Castle is like an epilogue to the story of this album.
Yeah, it's kind
So-
of it's kind of like when a movie like starts with the end,
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
like John Wick.
Kind of like that, yeah. So Castle in the Air is like, it feels, there's this track with this female singer who, she's like reprised a role a lot, and I
Well,
feel
'cause
like,
she did. She was on Murder the Universe.
yeah, she was, yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like
she did all
it like
that.
kind of ties the 2 albums together and like continues the story, but
Right.
that album like really brings the world into where it is, and I know that doesn't make sense. It just really sets the tone for like this weird kind of fantastical journey that you're going on. And then Loyalty is obviously my favorite song on the album, because it's set from like the perspective of sort of like the Christian God, or maybe like the Jewish God, whatever that guy. And it like paints him, yeah, it kind of like paints him as the bad guy in like the jealous God kind of way. And it really is like I just like songs that are written from like the perspective of people that you don't normally hear, you know? So that song like kind of gives you the perspective of like this jealous God that is the God that these people who were killing people during like the 10th century for not believing in him. It's like that God, you know? And it's not really the perspective you normally hear. And I don't know, I just think it's super interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I just sent it to you randomly because I was like, well, this record's more chill than Not a God Infinity.
It's true. It's a lot more chill.
Yeah.
And it's aesthetic as fuck,
Yeah.
too.
Well, I was gonna send you Flying Microtonal Banana, which until recently, Not a God Infinity was my favorite record, but Flying Microtonal Banana definitely changed that. But I felt like, but the problem is that record begins with Rattlesnake, which I love that song, but it's a bit too loopy when you're in that state of mind. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
And I was like, I don't want to do that to him.
I would have probably
Yeah.
lost my mind.
Right. So I was like, Polygon and Wonderland will probably work, and lo and behold.
It was the perfect album.
And now you're in the cult of the Gizz, finally.
Now I can't stop. I've listened to the Gizz 65 times in the past week.
God bless him.
God bless him.
I listened to Microtonal Banana twice yesterday because I was walking home and I just did notice that it looped twice, and I was like, oh shit.
Just today, on the way to the store, I listened to Polygon Dwanaland again. It's just constant for me.
It's so...
Yeah. Other things we've been listening to, though. We've both kind of been listening to Dan Deacon.
just on a
kind of
consistent
just-
basis.
Yeah, just on a consistent basis. Also, I've been listening to Japanese shoegaze band Kinoko Teikoku. I feel like I don't need to go into that much depth about them, but if you like shoegaze, give them a shot.
I think you should go a little more in depth into that, but because I only vaguely know who you're talking about.
Well, I feel like we've talked a lot about the Gizz already, and I don't know how much time we have to really go in depth about all these other bands we've been listening to.
I mean, there's nothing else going on anyway.
That's true, we've got no fucking news today.
Yeah,
So, Kinoko Teikoku, hold on, let me pull up some deets about them, because I didn't expect to be talking so in depth. But they're kind of like, you know, people who like Japan, and you want to listen to music that Japan makes, and then you realize, this is pretty much all shit. All of it. It fucking sucks. Why are they so bad at making music, these people? This is like a band that just doesn't fall into that.
Good.
They're not like incredible. They are probably the best indie band to come out of Japan, though, if you ask me.
Except
Specifically,
what's their fuck? The Rad Wimps.
The
Rad Wimps are good.
the Pillows.
And the Pillows.
The Pillows also. They're kind of like on that level, though. They're actually really similar to the Pillows, if you like the Pillows, just with a female singer, basically. And their album Eureka from 2015 is definitely the best. So if you're looking for a place to start, I'd start there. I'd say the names of the songs, but they're all Ching Chong Bing Bong, and I don't know how to pronounce them. So that's about it for them. I've also been listening to the Dirty Projectors a lot, because they have a new album this week, but we can talk about that a little later.
Or never talk about it ever.
Or we can talk about it a little later.
Yeah, okay.
And you've been listening to UMO because of their new album.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I've been into UMO for a little bit. I liked them well enough. And I caught them, damn, that was 2 years ago. I caught them in Fort Collins, actually, yeah. At the Aggie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. When I was living in Greeley or whatever. And Whitney opened for them back before anyone knew who Whitney was, which is crazy.
I don't know who Whitney is.
You do. Anyway.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Alright, let me Google it. You keep talking.
Anyway, and they opened for him because the singer Whitney, who was also the drummer, was the drummer for UMO for a little while. Anyway, yeah. So I caught them and I was like, oh, this is good. But they put out an album this year. I'm like, I just didn't really care at the time. Wasn't really in the right headspace for it, I guess.
When you see a band play live that you will eventually like, but you don't currently like, as long as they're not like a fantastic live performer like Animal Collective was when we saw them, it's kind of like hard for you to really love them.
I don't know, like I liked him well enough, but at the time I really went to see him because my girlfriend at the time really liked him. So this show was more for her, but I'm like, I like him. This will be fine.
Well, that's a lot like when I saw Death Grips. I wasn't super into Death Grips at the time, so I was just like,
but your
yeah, this
girlfriend,
is cool.
me, really liked him.
That was basically it, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, they were in a different place at that time. Like Jenny Death was barely out when we saw that show.
That's true. Did they play anything from Jenny Death?
I don't think so.
I don't think they did either.
Anyway,
Either way.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, these guys are fine. I liked them. I really liked their first album.
Mm-hmm.
But then I don't know, this new album came out and it seemed fine. I didn't really listen to any singles because I don't listen to any singles pretty much because I hate singles. Especially because a lot of bands are like, I'm going to release 4. I'm like, how long is your record? And they're like, 10 songs. I'm like, you've released like half your album, dude.
Yeah, that really is annoying.
People don't respect the album experience anymore. Anyway, that's another rant. That was
The album experience is mostly dead.
Yeah. It really is.
Except for indie bands, they keep it alive.
God
Mostly
bless
the
'em.
Gizz.
Yeah. Anyway, but I don't know if that was the problem with them, but I just didn't care. And then I listened to the album and I was like, it seems alright. But I wasn't in the headspace. And then, I don't know what it was, but this last week I was like, I feel like this is the right album. And god damn it was. Sex and Food. Holy shit. Good ass album. Listen to it.
I'm looking at the descriptors for
Lo-fi,
Rate Your Music.
psychedelic.
I'm just seeing the word drugs, and I feel like this is an album I should listen to.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty much made to. I mean, they did a AMA on our indie heads, right? And they basically said they're like, yeah, it's kind of a song to just listen to while you're chilling and hella stoned, and for good reason.
Well, there isn't any better music.
Yeah, well, it's like kind of chill, but it like has a nice progression. But it's not too much, but it's also not too chill. Yeah. Really good.
Well, if we're going to just talk about the albums that came out this week,
Yes.
I'll go into a little bit more depth about that Dirty Projectors album.
Okay.
So, honestly, it wasn't even an album that I kind of intended to listen to, but I was high at Walmart.
Happens to the best of us.
It does. Don't worry, folks, I Ubered. I didn't. But that's okay.
I would have believed you. You should have just left it.
No, I did. But did I? Who knows?
I don't either. Yeah.
Nobody knows. But what matters is, this album is actually really good. It's, really, if you like the Dirty Projectors, you basically already like this album, because it's more of them. Although I see that its ratings are not as high as some of their classics, but that's what life is. That's how life is. I think it came out today. Yeah, it did. Came out literally today.
What the fuck?
And,
That's crazy.
I didn't even know that. Just happened upon it. I listened to it at like 5 a.m. too. But anyway, it's just, they have this really, really weird cadence about them that is almost like, it is almost like R&B, but not,
Right.
because it's also like folk. Although this album is a lot less folk than some of their, hard to say. They still use a lot of acoustic guitars. I don't even know how to describe the Dirty Projectors. It's what I've come to find. It's basically weirdly paced hip hop drums, but indie singing and like psychedelic folky
You're
melodies.
really trying here.
It's not inaccurate. It's just a really weird hodgepodge, and I would
Eclectic.
suggest giving it. Yeah, it's eclectic. That's literally a word for that.
I'll have to give it a go.
Yeah, I'd listen to it.
Yeah, well,
It's only like 40 minutes.
You're just randomly like,
It's
man, this
37.
new album's awesome, and I'm like, I haven't heard of these people. And you act like I should have, like, we've been listening to them for years.
Well, the Dirty Projectors are pretty popular, so I thought you would know
No,
about them.
no.
And they were also on the same label as Animal Collective, so I
Sort
figured
of.
you might have seen them. Yeah, sort of. We still don't actually know
Well,
Animal Collective's label situation.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure they're just a distributor.
I'm checking because it's Domino, and I'm pretty sure that they are just signed to Domino. Maybe not though.
No, I'm pretty sure everything still comes through Paw Tracks.
Oh, I just had a little bit of a music orgasm opening up Animal Collective's page because
No, you're right. It is
in
just
there,
through Domino. You're right.
It's true, and also in there, speaking of news, is mention of their new album. Ooh,
Boy.
Tangerine Reef. Ooh boy, this album.
Damn it.
So, when was it? Sometime last week, they announced, or actually it leaked, and very typical for whoever runs their account. It sounds a lot like AV, who runs it. Someone just DM'd them
Yo, dog.
on like Instagram.
Yeah,
They were
Instagram.
like, "Hey, is this your new album?" This one website leaked it, and they were like,
Yep.
"Yep, that's it." Instead of being like, "What?" They were just
No.
like, "Yeah, that's the one.
Yep.
You got it."
Didn't even bother with like a Nice. We're all
like
just like, yep.
secrecy. Nah, they don't give a fuck. So it's slated for August 17th, which is a fucking month away. People
How did
like
this
there
happen?
should be parties in the streets, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's been 2 years since the last LP.
Which actually,
and
this record is coming kind of quick, honestly.
It is coming kind of quick,
Well-
and there's news that it might be either a studio version of this live show that they performed. So yeah, they did like this weird long form
Yeah.
live show a while ago,
I don't know.
and go ahead.
Okay, well, because it's weird, because, like, if you look at their discography, they've released a record pretty much every year to every 2 years.
Yeah.
Until Mara the Post Pavilion. Then Stampy Hertz came 3 years later. Pennyworth came 4 years later. So I'm like, this trend's gonna continue. No, it's not. Apparently,
It's true. It isn't. But what it sounds like is this might be. Well, it's we're just doing speculation right now because there's literally no information. But we know it's a double LP, and we know that they had a similarly named live show a while ago. So people are thinking it could be one of them is like a recording of the live version, and the other version is like a studio version, or maybe the whole thing is just a studio version of the live show. But either way.
Mhm.
It's looking to be pretty good, although interesting tidbit that may or may not be true is it seems like Panda Bear is not on this album, which I don't know if it's a first.
yes, it's 100%
Yeah,
first.
It might be.
I mean,
Because
the original Animal Collective was Avy Tare and Panda Bear, so
it is, but they kind of dip in and out.
not Panda Bear.
No, it's true, not Panda Bear, because I know Painting With was AV, Panda, and Geologist. Deacon's the one who dips in and out the most.
yeah,
He's
Deacon-
barely in any of their albums.
Yeah, but I mean, usually he, yeah.
Yeah, Panda Bear. Let me see if I can just look at his discography to see where he's credited. He's credited on Spirit They've Gone, Dance Manatee, Campfire Songs. It looks like he wasn't on Here Comes the Indian, but you know, whatever. He was on Sung Tongs, Prospect Hummer, Feels, Person Pitch. Oh wait, that's his album. Strawberry Jam, Merriweather Post Pavilion. Where's 2000? Oh shit, he was on Random Access Memories? Daft Punk? Fucking really? Was he?
Who cares? That album's garbage.
It's a pretty good album at points. Not the whole thing. The whole thing kind of sucks, but it's got good songs in it. Boo you, boo you, boo. Yeah, he was on all of theirs. It's crazy.
What a world.
But yeah, he's not going to be on this one. But the good news
That means
is
it's gonna
the
be
reason
fucking weird.
well, it does mean it's going to be weird as fuck and going to be a little bit less Beach Boysy.
Well, yeah, because he brings
But
the
it-
pop influence for sure.
He definitely does, but it also is confirmed, or at least maybe a little bit more of a rumor, but he said he's going to be releasing a full-length LP this year too. So that's good.
Fucking
'Cause
finally.
It's been 3 years. Yeah, it's been 3 years since his last one. So there's a lot of shit to be excited about this week.
Yes, very.
And I'm going to be counting the days. Also, fun fact, turns out he lives in Portugal currently.
Yep.
That's a place.
Yeah.
And he lives there.
I don't know, sounds pretty cool.
Portugal's like shittier Spain.
I don't know.
Spain sucks.
My cousin got engaged there. She said it's cool.
I think it's it's like a pretty place, but I don't know. I actually don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about
I don't
Portugal
know.
at all.
She lives in Switzerland,
I've
though.
no-
I heard Switzerland's cool.
Fucking Switzerland's like on the top of the list
Nate-
for
Nate
places
Latona
I'd
lives
like to
there.
live. That's one of the reasons
Yeah.
why it's on top of the
And
list.
they have a lot of guns.
They do have a lot of guns, but they're mostly like hunting guns.
Yeah, but
They're like single shot, but still, pretty neat.
it's still, for a European country, it's pretty impressive.
It is pretty impressive because they're not a piece of shit country like most
Nope.
of Europe.
They're definitely...
And it's not.
We
Is it part of the European Union?
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
think it is. Is it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright.
Is Switzerland in the EU?
Yeah.
No.
What?
It's a member of the European Free Trade Association,
Oh.
and yeah, it like is part. It you know it's
that's why they're worth a shit. They're not part of the EU.
yeah, basically yeah they're like always neutral. That's why I knew that they weren't part of the EU.
That's fucking awesome. I love Switzerland.
Yeah, they're a cool country. I like them.
Yeah. I mean, they're still Europe, so fuck 'em, but
Yeah, but whatever.
yeah.
So anyway,
Um,
other than that, Nito.
So
Yeah,
speaking
that was-
speaking of new albums coming in August, oh boy,
Oh boy.
new Mac motherfucking Miller. God damn
Ooh,
it!
is that coming in August?
You better believe it. August 3rd, boy. God.
Oh shit, that's
damn
not
it.
too far away,
Oh,
boy.
I'm so fucking excited. Every single has been absolutely fucking amazing. They've been perfect. It's gonna be a perfect record. It's only 13 songs.
There's been like 4 singles, hasn't there?
Yeah, but only 2 of them are gonna be on the record.
Oh, what are those other 2? Just singles? Because he does that a
Yeah,
lot?
he just doesn't give. He's Mac fucking Miller. He can do whatever he wants.
That's very true.
God.
I've liked all the singles so
They're
far.
all so
which
fucking
which 2 are
good.
the ones on the album?
Fuck.
Which 2 singles are the ones on the album? Or do we not know yet?
I think Small World and then the one he just put out last night.
Self-Care.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
That was a really good video. I really liked the beat change halfway
Oh, it
through.
was so fucking sweet, man.
And the video gave me straight up like panic.
Yeah.
It's like, oh fuck.
Dude.
God, why do you have to make this
I was
video?
super high and I was like, yo.
Of course you were super high. I was super high too. It's like, fuck, man. Jesus, Mac, you don't give a fuck. There he goes. Yeah, honestly, like, this is so far, I don't know if this is blasphemy to say or not, but it feels like it's as good as Faces.
It's better.
It might be.
It's like
I don't know
Faces and Good AM.
yet. Ooh, you put too much love on Good AM, son.
I literally
And
almost
we'll
just
leave it
like
at that.
backed out of this podcast. Shut the fuck up. No. Good AM is...
Watching movies is better.
No.
Watching movies is way better,
No.
man. It's a way better album.
No.
It's listen, man. You're not arguing on the right side of history here.
Yeah, I am. Fuck you.
Who the hell is going to agree with you?
Me. And I'm all I need.
No, man. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. But anyway, it's gonna be a good album.
Oh, it's gonna be so fucking good. Oh, it's gonna be so smooth. Ooh.
Speaking of new singles,
No, fuck that.
there's a new Sleep Party. Okay, we're gonna keep going.
Nah, it's alright.
You got. Yeah,
No, 'cause
no,
you don't
go
care
ahead.
about
You've
Mac
got
Miller
more to
like, you
say.
don't care about Mac Miller like I do.
Well, listen, there's gonna be a lot of people who care, so you should fucking
No one,
speak your heart,
no
man.
one cares about Mac Miller like I do.
That may be true, but people like it.
Oh, God, he is the
For
he's the
whatever
greatest
reason.
modern rapper. I don't give a shit. Name a better one.
I like Milo more.
Milo doesn't even come fucking close, and I love Milo, man.
Oh, we're gonna have to disagree
No-
on that one.
No. Mac Miller is one of the most talented producers, singers, songwriters, rappers, anything. He does it all, man. He does it
He
all.
does do it all.
And his
but,
output
I mean,
is so prolific, and everything is good. He never misses.
oh, he misses sometimes.
Never misses.
I mean, hey, you know what? Opinions, everyone has them, you
And
know?
mine are right. He never misses.
Alright. Yeah. Yes. Let's say yes.
Fine.
I haven't given a fair enough shake to Good AM yet. Maybe I'll go back and re-listen to it. Maybe you can make that a for your consideration one week.
Listen to what?
Good AM?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's still kind of a popular record of his. I would, for your consideration, I would say Blue Side Park, because a lot of people thought that record sucked.
I don't even know what that is.
It was his first debut studio album, alright?
So it was like his 10th album.
Sorta. I mean, he has had...
He did a lot of shit
He has a
before
lot
he
of
made a studio
mixtapes.
album.
Yeah, he put out 5 mixtapes before that album came out.
That's
Okay,
not
6.
exactly. I was gonna say that's not too far off from what
Yeah.
I said.
Yeah, no. But it's his debut studio album. Yeah, but a lot of them he released when like he was a kid, like a literal child.
When he was Cheesy Mac.
Yeah, Easy Mac with the cheesy raps. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's it. Whatever. I don't think Blue Side Park is as unlistened to as you think it is.
No, people don't like it, is what I'm saying.
It's his third most popular album on Last FM.
Yeah, but people don't.
People obviously are listening to it.
Yes, they listen to it. That's it. Most people think it sucks. Cause
they listen to it and they just think it's trash.
Here's the thing. So you got people who were into Mac Miller when he first came around. He was releasing all these party songs, and people liked it because they were chill and having a good time, doing whatever, and going to college and shit. But then he's like, I'm not gonna make music like that anymore. So then they stopped fucking listening because they didn't want to listen to weird psychedelic hip hop on watching movies, right?
So you're saying
I'm not done. So the new
you're
people,
saying that people who like indie music don't like Blue Side Park, but people who like pop like Blue Side Park. So Blue Side Park has the most listening to.
The people who liked Mac Miller because he was the most popular at the time and because he made party music do not like his new stuff. They don't pay attention. They just like the songs because they like them at the time. They don't really pay attention to music. They just listen to what's popular. I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying that's the way it is. But
well, I'll give you this.
I'm not done. But then
the top 3 albums are all
I swear to God, if you don't let me
2011.
get my point off right now. But then
I already know what you're saying, man.
The people who still listen to Mac, because there's a large swath of people, quote unquote hip hop heads, who really got into him when watching movies came out. They're like, wow, I thought he was just like making chill party songs, but this is like a really good record. Okay, makes faces. Wow, this is also really good. Makes good AM. Okay, this is fine. Makes the Define Feminine. No one really likes that. Anyway, the point is, they're like, they listened to Blue Side Park because it was one of his biggest releases ever. Like you said, a lot of people listen to it, and they're like, I don't like this. It's just chill, happy party songs. But I'm trying to tell people, it's more than that. It's way more than that. Just think back to a time when you were innocent, like when you were just dicking around. It'll take you back there, and you should enjoy it. It's just...
I think the difference is, during my innocent days, I didn't listen to rap music.
Matt, just think about what it was like when you graduated high school. That's what that album sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like.
I wasn't innocent back then.
Sort of innocent, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what
Not
I mean.
as broken.
Yeah. Yeah, before the world came and broke you down.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, I understand what you're saying. Well, I don't know if I'll give that album a listen to, but I'll definitely listen to Good AM at least.
Fine.
Well, I'll listen to it eventually. I'm just saying, I'm not like committing to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you want from me, huh? Well, anyway, I had written on here in the news section that Car Seat Headrest covered a Death Grip song.
Yeah, I see that.
But then I went and saw the clip, and it was like an 18-minute shitty live clip of them covering a Death Grip song.
Yeah.
And that's cool, but I don't know if it's real. There's nothing to really say about it. It's like 20 seconds,
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
But it's cool. It's like, hey, 2 bands I like. They like each other. That's cool.
But not surprising, because everyone likes Death
Yeah,
Grips.
not surprising.
Everyone.
That wasn't what I would have. I would have said it's not surprising because everyone likes Car Seat Headrest.
That's true. People do like Car Seat. I like Car Seat Headrest.
Me too. They're good. They're a good band. Finally. Months ago this happened. Months ago.
Yeah, I've been into them for 2 years, and you're like, and now you're like, oh, I like them. Shut up.
Well, to be fair, I had them confused with, who did I have them confused with? For some reason, because fucking these goddamn three name, fucking long name, fuck them. I had them confused with Death Cab for Cutie.
How?
And I had Death Cab for Cutie confused with Panic at the Disco and Blood on the Dance Floor.
I hate you so much.
So I thought that they were like some shitty pop band. It's not that I had like heard them both and been like, these are the same band. It's that I had heard both the names and been like, these are the same band.
You really thought that's what I was trying to recommend to you?
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck?
I wouldn't do
That's
that. I've never done
trash.
that. I've never done that.
Yeah, but you did try to recommend Death Cab for Cutie, and while Death
There's
Cab
some
for
okay
Cutie is
songs.
good, they're
You made me
good,
listen to
but
the
they're
new
not.
single.
It was, well, yeah, but that's just because that was newsworthy, man.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you can have your
I-
excuses, whatever.
I hadn't listened to the new single before that day.
Excuses.
It's true. Excuses. Everyone has one. And now, what else? What else do we got here? Oh yeah, fucking Sleep Party People. The band that we talked about 2 weeks ago, released another single. You know, if you didn't listen to those last singles, you're not gonna listen to this one.
But this one's more
But you
likable, I
should.
think.
Yeah,
It's like
probably.
nice synth
It's a little
pop,
bit.
and synth pop is the sound right now.
It's true, synth pop is the sound right now, but there's always going to be a little bit of a barrier to entry for Sleep Party People.
Well, yeah.
They're just fucking
I mean, you
disturbing.
can really only like Sleep Party people if you're from South America, apparently.
Or from Denmark? Yeah, Denmark.
Yeah, that's
From
where he's from.
Denmark. He's from Copenhagen, not Copenhagen. Copenhagen.
Wait, really?
They're they're different things.
Oh, I thought he was from Copenhagen.
Nope. He's just I guess I don't know. Whatever.
he does what he does. No, you know.
It's Europe. Who gives a
Yeah,
fuck,
seriously,
you know?
I don't.
Nobody does. But yep, if you like dreamy poppy, but not dream pop anymore, really. Kind of synthy pop.
Well, the
weird shit.
new single is very much synth pop, I would say.
It is very much synth pop, yeah. It's kind of like a mix between their third and fourth album, if you ask me. So far, basically everything I've heard is kind of like that.
I feel that.
It's like varying parts, 3 and 4.
Yeah, I don't.
And I really liked 3, and 4 was still pretty good.
I feel like he's really getting into a completely new zone because I feel like here.
He's definitely becoming more confident in his singing.
Yes, here's what I feel like. I feel like Sleep Party People, like his self-titled was just a one-off, right? Kind of.
Yeah, definitely.
And then We Were Drifting on a Sad song was like his like full-on studio album. He's like, okay, I'm really making something here. Then Floating took that to the new level, and Lingering was like the end of a trilogy to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Well, Floating and Lingering
I don't know, though. I
are
feel like
definitely
this
like
is-
twin records.
I feel like, yes, but I feel like this is still sounds like close enough to those albums
Yeah,
that
but
I
I feel
wouldn't
like
say it's totally
I feel like
separate.
the song structure is different. I feel like he's going to new territory with this.
It definitely is. The fourth album had very similar strong song structure to their other stuff. They have like a almost post-rock kind of song structure in how it kind of like amps itself up throughout the song.
Mm-hmm.
Only in their older stuff is what I mean.
Right.
But it's different in that they're like pop length, you know, they're not like 9-minute
Right.
songs. It's weird. They're a hard band to really pin down.
Point is, fuck
Especially
Gizz.
since it's a solo project and not a band.
Yes, that too.
But yep, music, it's going into a good place. I don't know if we have... Is there a release date for this new Sleep Party People album?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's not even announced what the name of the album is. Well, alright then. Now it's time for the Microbrew Band of the Week, which is like a band that's like so indie that you've definitely never heard of them before.
Because I know that they also like work fast food jobs. Haha. Because I follow them on
That
Twitter.
sucks for them.
It does, yeah.
I follow them on Instagram, and they're not very active.
Nope, that's because they have jobs.
But if you're wondering who the fuck they are, they're a band called Greet Death.
And they greet Death. They say, Death, hello, how are you doing?
They say, hey, what's up, Death?
As most people should
y'all-
do, really.
Yeah, y'all should follow them on Instagram.
Yeah.
Their name is Death Boys. B-O-I-S, Death
Yeah,
Boys.
I say, well, because that's the thing, like, the Microbrew Band, like, I've shown some mini bands, like, we talked about Sound of Series, but they have a reasonable following. Like, you can tell that they are financially stable. They make enough to, support themselves. These guys
people
fucking
go
not.
to their shows.
These guys fucking don't. They're from
Yeah.
northern Michigan. Okay. It's cold as shit up there. They're starving to death. All right.
They're basically living in the woods.
They're basically dying every day.
Mm-hmm. Just like the rest of us, but faster and more cold.
Yeah, it looks sadder to most people.
It definitely does. They have 600 followers on Instagram, so
That's actually more than I thought they had. So
that's split that up amongst the 50 states. But if we're being honest, amongst like the 5 states that really listen to indie music,
they're doing all right. They're from actually Flint, Michigan, and for Flint,
shit, they are doing all right.
They actually have a good little following around there.
Yeah, well, they're a local Flint, Michigan band, I guess, and we should probably talk about the music.
Yes.
It's
shoegazy.
That's yeah, so start. their first album, and I think their only album.
Yeah, Dixieland is their only record.
Yep, it's called Dixieland, and it's like modern production, but it's basically just classic shoegaze.
It's like classic shoegaze with like some sludge metal. It's very like
yeah, the real standout song that everyone obviously thinks is the standout song is this 7-minute like sludgy slow track called Cumbersome.
But it's also like post rock kind of.
It is kind of like post rock. But those two genres kind of go together pretty well.
That's true.
But you don't see people really mix them in the way that they have.
And they do it well.
They do it well. And I think, do they have 2 singers?
Yeah.
Probably, because they have like 2 specifically distinct kind of sounds in like their songs.
Yeah, because if you listen to Cumbersome, it's like this young guy with like a, I don't know, kind of like, not a deep voice, but a masculine voice, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And, he sounds like the singer of an indie band, but he has his own character too. Because like there's a bit of an amateur vibe, but in a good
there's also
romantic
like
way.
a really like in the way that the song is post rock in that it swells. When the song is like getting really powerful, he like really screams out the vocals in like a really rough way. Kind of like
even if it sounds like he's fucking up, like you can just feel the emotion, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's a very emotional music.
Well, it's like if you listen to like a punk band, you're like, man, this guy sucks at singing. Like you could say that, but you're just missing the point.
But he's still, he gets the point across, and he's not even that bad at singing.
No, he's not.
He's still pretty good.
His voice breaks and like it's very raw.
Yeah, exactly. It's very raw. That's a good way to describe it.
But then otherwise they have this other guy who's like, he just kind of has a real nasally, high-pitched voice. But
yeah,
he goes nice over like these kind of dreamy like
it's
slow
kind of
riffs.
like your typical late 80s dream pop kind of vibe, kind of reminiscent a lot of the Jesus and Mary chain.
Well, actually, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Actually,
just that kind of like twangy voice.
Yeah, but
that just goes really well with that style.
I feel like Jesus Mary Chain was like, I don't know. I feel like that's more of their singer.
Or no, I'm thinking of the Cockatoo Twins.
Oh, okay. I was saying I don't know if they're Jesus and Mary Chain. I think actually, if you like Jesus and Mary Chain, you would like these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like
you've heard the Cockatoo Twins before, right? Yeah, they sound or at least that singer. No, that's the female one. Am I going crazy? Are you sure it's not Jesus and Mary Chain?
Jesus and Mary Chain, like, the guy's like a masculine voice. Well, actually, they're like a punk band with a few slow songs that end up being shoegaze.
I need to rectify this. He sounds a lot like... I think maybe it's the dude on Just Like Honey he sounds like. No, he doesn't. Fucking whatever, I'm stupid.
Anyway.
He's got a twangy voice, though.
Anyway, if you like the slow, the slower Jesus and Mary Chain songs, you would definitely like Greet Death, and you should definitely listen to them.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
No, you know who their other singer kind of reminds me of? The dude from 80s band. Shit, what's their name?
Punk band?
They weren't really punk. They were kind of they're kind of shoegazy. They're kind of weird. Actually, he kind of reminds me of Billy Corgan, but he also reminds me of
My.
their names.
It's hard, man.
They're pretty.
It's hard to put.
They're pretty popular. You really like them. I know you really like them. You like them more than I do.
Here.
They're like an 80s, 90s band. Not Sleepy Sun.
Is it shoegaze?
Yeah. Sun something. I feel like Sun.
Sun
I
something.
feel like Sun's in the name, or Sleep is.
Are you sure it's Slow Dive?
No.
Sovla. Slow. Ride?
No. Look.
My Bloody Valentine?
No. Do me a favor. Literally, go on your phone, go to your Google Play Music, and go to your S section.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I add people that way.
God damn it.
Hold on, let me just go to my jams playlist.
Okay.
My playlist for jams. It's a very extensive
They do that
playlist,
one song
and they're
that's
probably
really
in there.
Ah, fuck.
Jesus Christ, this is good podcasting.
Oh, God.
Doesn't matter if people are this far into
Yeah.
it. That means they
They're not
love
gonna
us
listen to
deeply.
this shit anyway.
It's true.
You know, we still got we have like a nice 10 episodes before people start to give a shit. So.
It's true. Nobody gives a fuck about this
Yeah.
part. Okay, I'm in my S's. Spiritualized. Starflyer 59. I already said spiritualized,
Yeah.
right? Space Hog.
No.
Are you sure it's not Slow Dive?
I'm positive.
Silver Sun
Yes.
Pickups?
God damn it.
Oh,
Sun fucking
that
Pickups.
isn't-
That's what I was thinking.
That's not a 90s or 80s band at all.
Yeah, they are.
They're like 2006. First album was 2006. I can see why you'd be confused, but yeah, that's a modern band, friendo. Hey guys, Silver Sun Pickups are good if you like them.
But you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah, that might have been who I was thinking of. He sounds like
Trying to
too.
think of another band. They're from the 80s. They're like kind of punk, kind of shoegaze.
Sonic
Yes.
Youth.
God damn it. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess they do
But
kind
you-
of sound like
You
Sonic
get what I'm
Youth.
saying?
Yeah, I do know what you're
Okay.
saying.
Alright, let's move on.
Well, that was a fucking stellar
Point is,
segment.
This random indie magazine that I followed for a little while, till they disappeared. We're like, yo, these guys are really good. And I'm like, you're right, these guys are really good.
They are really good. It's a true
And then
fact.
I bought their
And
cassette,
if
and
anyone,
it's pink.
It is pink. I really wished I would have been there for the limited vinyl,
Their
but I
vinyl's
didn't get the
fucking sick,
chance.
man.
It is sick as fuck. Pink and green, the two greatest
I know.
colors. Terramellis knows it. Greek Death knows
Hell
it.
yeah.
Hell yeah. So okay then.
Alright, let's move on.
Fuck.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's basically it for this week. Honestly,
Yeah.
Uh,
I think that's it.
I feel like we should go into that that coin selection.
Yeah, you know what? That's worth doing. Let me grab my coins.
I had them nearby because I'm fucking prepared. Yep. Oh, Guitar Center's yelling at me to buy that mixer. Oh, fuck. Is today Prime Day?
I cleaned my room and I didn't like them by my desk, so.
Oh, I see. Is today fucking Amazon Prime Day?
No. Is it?
No,
okay.
it is.
I'll say I'm not ready.
Is it?
No, it's not. It starts July 16th.
Okay, it's 3 days away, yeah. Fucking, they just sent me an email about a
Of
giveaway.
course.
And I'm fucking, I like free shit.
Don't we
So
all?
I got excited,
Yeah. Alright.
Oh shit, yeah, they are doing the giveaways. Fucking, I'm gonna put my fucking name in the hat for this Xbox One Edge.
Fucking do it, and then just sell it.
No, I'll keep it because I have a 4K TV, man. Ah, fuck, I have to watch a video? Fucking Amazon, that's how you get us, you silly
Do it later.
bitch. I will do it later. I'm gonna fucking put my heart and time into money when I'm fucking high as shit.
Alright.
I'm gonna look at vapes. No, that doesn't sound important, does
No,
it?
let's do this coin thing, dog.
I don't know about that. I need a vape. Okay, let's do this coin shit. Alright, motherfuckers. If you're actually sticking around and listening this late, well done. We haven't promoted this podcast at all, so I don't know how you're even listening
But
to
I'm
it.
impressed.
But well done on finding it, and you're dedicated. So, have you got your bag?
Yep.
You bouncing it around, mixing it up?
You know me.
Alright. I'm pulling a coin.
Yep.
2005. Is that the same year as last
I
time?
also got 2005.
Fuck. Let's take a look at 2005 real quick, see what's there. Because nah, I don't know. The mid 2000s were a pretty shit ass time for music.
Yep.
But there's always something that I haven't listened to yet. And I wouldn't be against listening to 2005. Oh fuck yeah. Here's an album I could make you
What?
listen to. Sufjan Stevens, Illinois. Do you know how long this album is?
Yeah.
It's so long.
Why? God.
No, I wouldn't do that. There is actually a lot of good shit from 2005, though. Fucking, it's a 73-minute album.
Jesus.
Gorillaz Demon Days came out.
Alligator came out. Fields came out.
Fucking
Oh,
Cunning
shit.
Linguist's A Piece of Strange.
Second Mars Volta record, Francis the Mute.
Ooh, Boris's album Pink came out. And Nujabeh's Modal Soul.
Shit,
That's
not
two
a bad
Japanese
year,
albums.
actually.
It actually is a pretty good year
Boards
for
of
stuff.
Canada.
I don't really like Boards of Canada.
I feel many ways about them.
I don't hate them, but I feel like people like them too much.
I agree. When Meshka came out with something
The
that
Star
year?
Wars Episode 3 soundtrack.
Hell yeah, let's just do that.
Hell yeah. Okay, I want to listen to something that I haven't listened to all the way
Yes.
through. And I won't do Sufjan Stevens, Illinois, even though I might
Fuck.
talk about it on a future episode. It is really
Shut
good.
up.
You just
Shut
need
up.
to enjoy it.
I don't care.
Hey man, it's the #1 album for 2005. And I'm pretty sure
Okay, I'm listening to Boris's
pretty-
Pink because I've never heard it all the way through.
Boris
That's
is
what I'm
Pink.
listening to.
And you really like sludge
I
metal, don't
love
you?
it.
Or noise
Oh,
rocks.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, okay. That's one to
Shit, I
put down.
might listen to that today. Because I don't got
I
anything to
got-
do.
I don't have anything to do either. Honestly, what we could both do is we could both listen to the 2 albums we choose.
Okay.
Oh shit. Oh man.
Huh.
It doesn't really
listen.
make sense
Oh
to
shit,
do
the
it.
Sunset Tree by the Mountain Goats. You should listen to that. That's a really good folk record, and you like folk.
I do like
you would
folk.
really like this album.
I might do
you
that.
really like this album, man.
Yeah. And that kind of makes sense because Boris is kind of the band that I
Yep.
like. And
Um,
the Mountain Goats is kind of the band you like. That works. I was going to say, even though I wasn't going to say it, the fucking Shadow of the Colossus soundtrack.
yeah, fuck it. Just do that instead.
Oh, fucking. I'm not going to, but you know how goddamn good that soundtrack is.
Yeah, I really do.
You played the game for a
Yeah.
little bit. It's fucking
I know.
amazing. That soundtrack is goddamn fantastic. It's also, on another note, hold on, let me go to it real quick. The guy who did the music, Ko Otani, is like really prolific. He did something else. What else did he do? Oh yeah, that's right. It's something that you don't fucking know
What?
about. It's an anime
Oh.
called Habane Renmei,
Okay.
which is, it's good. It's a good one.
Oh.
I feel
Dude,
like
Mesmerize
I
came
feel
out
like
2005. Mesmerize is a great record.
Mesmerize is a great record. Hold on, I get Mesmerize confused with Hypnotize. What tracks are on Mesmerize?
Mesmerize has old school Hollywood.
Oh yeah, I actually own Mesmerize. Remember we
Yeah.
were at what was the name of that like thrift store?
Secondhand Charlie's.
That's right. We were at Secondhand Charlie's and I bought the deluxe edition.
Yeah, it also
of
has
Mesmerize.
BYOB, Radio Video, This Cocaine, Violent Pornography.
It's a good
Great
album, man.
It's my favorite Actually, besides their self-titled, it's my favorite System album.
Dude, I don't blame you. Hold on though. Maybe we've got a little bit of a stapler discussion at the end of this
Think?
one. What is the best System of a
I
Down
don't
album?
know.
Let me take a look. Let me look at all of these albums here. So out of all their albums, we've got their self-titled, Toxicity, Steal This Album, Mesmerize, and Hypnotize. I think we all agree that Steal This Album is not their best.
I actually knew a guy that thought it was.
That guy was
Yep.
wrong. Mesmerize. So let's look at System of a Down, their self-titled. What are we looking at that's really good? Sweet Pea, Sugar, Spiders is pretty good.
Damn it, their self-title's so fucking good, man.
There's a lot of shit there that I'm not really super into,
You
though.
just gotta listen to the whole album, man.
It's
They
true.
just don't have any hits.
It's
Like
true.
Sugar was kind of a hit, but that's all.
Yeah, not a lot of singles. I don't know. It's really kind of difficult to pick one. They're all pretty good.
Toxicity, they're all full of shit. And fuck them, I hate them.
Toxicity is really good,
But it's not their
but I don't
best.
think
not
it's
even
their
close.
best. No, yeah.
It's actually their second worst.
It does have some
only
of the
album worse
best.
than that is Steal This Album.
I think I might like it more than their solo, but we'll see.
Well, you're wrong.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We've chosen our
Yes,
two
we
albums,
have.
kiddos. We've chosen Boris's Pink. If y'all don't know who Boris is, they're like this Japanese. Well, Boris is really intense because Boris has made like 47 albums, and they started in '92. Fucking, they've been going for a long ass time, and they've really kind of switched it up as to what their
Yep.
albums are. But it mostly kind of flows in between just like kind of typical shoegazy indie metal rock to just straight up noise rock and sludge metal. And this album's probably their best, besides maybe they have another one called Boris at Last and another one called Akuma no Uta that are also both very good.
Yep.
But this one's pretty good. And then what was the
We
Mountain
have the
Goats
Mountain
album?
Goats, the Sunset Tree. They've been going since the
And-
90s, also kind of prolific folk rock type stuff. It's like kind of singer-songwriter, but with a full band also.
Huh.
But this is kind of, a lot of people agree it's one of their best albums. There's actually a lot of discussion, because it's kind of like a Radiohead thing, like where everyone's like, I mean, I'm not saying they're as big as Radiohead, but a lot of people, there's a lot
Yeah.
of discussion as to what's Radiohead's best album. Some people say In Rainbow, some people say OK Computer, Kid A, all that. It's kind of the same thing with the Mountain Goats, but the Sunset Trees, I would call that their Kid A. No, I'd call that their
One of the-
OK Computer.
Well, then that gives me interest in listening to it, and I'll probably listen to it right after this
Yep,
podcast.
I'm also gonna listen to Boris right after this.
All right
Sounds
then,
awesome.
doggy
Hell yeah.
dog. Sounds good. Everyone at home, fucking listen to those two albums too, you sons of bitches. And if you want to, pick your own coin and check it out.
Yeah.
Comment somehow find us and tell us what you picked.
Communication.
Maybe we'll listen to it. We probably will listen to it if you tell us what you
Yep.
picked, because you'd be the only person
Yep, and we don't have
to in
anything else
any
to
way
do.
acknowledge
We just
us.
listen to a lot of music, so we have a lot of time.
That's true. We do that a lot. Listeners and lovers, this has been the Groovy Tunes
Yes.
show. I'm Matt
Caleb
at Smooth Sayer.
at Caleb Lunning _ Don't forget the underscore.
Caleb _
Fuck.
Lunning. We'll see you bitches next
Eat a
week.
dick.
Swap it, ciao.